Welcome, second grade families. I just want to let you know that this presentation is pre recorded so that you can refer back to the slides and all the information. It is also pre recorded for those families that could not join us. Our theme this year at Home School is Roll Out the Red Carpet. We had each second grader share about themselves through a me bag. Now you will learn a little bit about the second grade team. You will need to decide which bullet point is not true about each of us. Hello, I'm Elizabeth Beetson. So try and figure out which is not true. I worked as a dental assistant for 7 years. I was the best reader in my second grade class, or I was on my high school golf team and still play for fun. If you picked bullet point number 2, you are correct. I was not the best reader in second grade, but I was the around the world champ for fact fluency. Now, here is Miss Milliron.
Hi, I'm Jen Milliron. Try to figure out which one is not true about me. First, I like to play basketball. The second bullet point, I have a dog. Or the third, I was an engineer before transitioning to teaching. If you guessed number 3 was not true, you're correct. I actually was an interior designer before transitioning to teaching. And now, Ms. Moore.
Hi, I'm Sarah Moore. Here are my 3 fact or fiction. The first one, I am a 3rd generation teacher. Number 2, I was born with a tooth. Number 3, I love seeing a family out to dinner all on their iPhones. If you guessed, I love seeing a family out to dinner all on their iPhones as being the thing that is not true, that is correct. I really was born with a tooth, and all my grandparents were teachers, then my mother, and now me. Now, Mr. Dolan.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mike Dolan, and here are my 3 points. First, I can break dance. Second, I had hair down to my shoulders in college. And number 3, I taught in my old high school before making the jump to an elementary school. You guessed that I can break dance is my fiction. You are correct. While I do love to dance, I cannot break dance. I would likely hurt myself.
We have 2 primary goals for this evening. The first is for families to meet the Holmes Elementary second grade teachers. The second is to give you an overview of what your child will be learning this year. If you have questions at the end of this presentation, please feel free to email your child's teacher. Our second grade curriculum includes Reader's Workshop, Writer's Workshop, Word Work, Math, Project-Based Learning, which includes Science and Social Studies, Second Step, Handwriting and Grammar, and Special Area Classes.
As would be expected, our literacy work is essential to second grade because this is such a big year. We provide what is called a balanced literacy approach, which includes all of the things that you see on this slide: the writing workshop, reading workshop, shared reading, read aloud, word study, and closed reading. I want to highlight the writing workshop and reading workshop just so you get a sense, because obviously that's the bulk of or a big part of what we do, and they are very similar. At the beginning of reading and writing workshop, we do a mini lesson where the teacher will model what we are working on. Then there will be given times to practice during while sitting on the rug without going off and doing anything independently first. There may also be some partner practice there, and then they are given a chance to practice it independently on their own. This is a very exciting time for literacy for the second graders. For our units in reading and writing, we also try to make them sort of go hand in hand. At the beginning, we really focus on how second graders are going to make a big growth spurt. So we work on stamina and just overall reading behaviors. And during that time in writing, we're writing about things they know that have happened to them for narrative writing. Then we go into reading nonfiction, at which time we are doing some writing of nonfiction. Then we are going to work on reading longer fiction books and writing fictional stories. And we'll continue on to go on to bigger books, focus on character development, nonfiction books and series book clubs. And in writing, we'll be doing poetry writing. And also during this, actually, a whole time, we'll be doing some writing about reading.
In math, there are 4 major topics covered within the second grade curriculum, which are listed on this slide. Our focus this year will be the major clusters within these topics. Those clusters include adding and subtracting within 20, and that is where we focus on our fact fluency. Conceptual understanding of place value, which builds into the topic of properties of operations. We will be measuring and estimating lengths and solving word problems involving addition and subtraction. For fact fluency, we will be using Rocket Math this year to practice our math facts. This program is individualized for your child and takes into account their fine motor skills. In the coming month, we will be teaching the second graders the Rocket Math routines, and we will also be sending you a video so you can partner with us to help your child with their facts. Our main curriculum will be Eureka Math. What's really nice is they provide for families parent tip sheets. We will be sending home the first parent tip sheet on Friday, so tomorrow, but it also will be linked to our website. These tip sheets kind of go over strategies that we will be teaching your child. So then our curriculum for math is Eureka Math and Rocket Math.
Science and social studies will alternate throughout the school year. We will do a science unit and then a social studies unit, a science unit, and a social studies unit. These two areas will also be incorporated many times throughout our reading and writing curriculum. When we focus on science, we do have some fantastic FOSS science kits that follow the next generation science standards. The big units that we follow in science are physical science, life science, earth science, and engineering. And you can see what some of the focuses in each of those units will be. In social studies, we follow the Illinois Social Science Standards. And to go along with them, we've come up with, we have some units that work very well with our community and work well with other units in reading and writing. For example, we will work on looking at the Oak Park community, comparing our community with others. We'll take a look at cultures, traditions, and customs. We'll take a look at African American history, map skills, geography and landforms, and government and citizenship.
Handwriting. So this is kind of an interesting one because most of your children missed the end of kindergarten at school and then the beginning of first grade at school, which is kind of the primary time when printing is taught. So we are trying to assess what your child is able to do, probably in a deeper way than we normally do. So we are going to be focusing a lot on printing at the beginning of the year. The big drum roll is always the second half of the year where we teach the children cursive. And we really hope that you can help us when you see your child writing to only use lowercase letters and then uppercase letters appropriately. I just want to highlight that anytime they're writing the word I, if you can help them learn to write it in a capital, that would be awesome. And we will be sending home a sheet with the proper formation of the letters, just so you know what we're teaching at school.
Your child will have these specials throughout the day. Some days they'll have between 1 to 3 specials per day, or 1 to 2 specials per day. We have 30 minutes of library per week with a 15-minute book checkout. We have 60 minutes of art, music, and PE or gym, and then 90 minutes per week of Spanish.
Homeschool is a PBIS school. PBIS stands for Positive Behaviors, Interventions, and Supports. And what that means is for our students, we really try to focus on the positive. We look for students who are doing the correct thing without any support, and we praise and support them in that way. Now, on our screen right here are 2 examples of visuals that we keep in our classrooms, both in specials and our own classrooms, and for the students to see as visuals. Now, the example right here shows our old remote learning expectations, but we have hard copies of what it means to be respectful, responsible, and safe for in-person learning posted in our classrooms. These are gone over many times throughout the school year, and also in different areas in throughout the school. So what it means to be responsible on the playground, what it means to be safe in the hallway, what it means to be respectful in the gym, and so on and so forth. We also use these hand signals, and we have added an additional hand signal to help our students remember to keep their masks up. These hand signals are in an effort to keep our classes focused on instruction, so we do not have too many interruptions for water or bathroom or anything else. Homeschool is also a Leader in Me school, meaning we follow the 7 habits. The 7 habits are listed on the right side of the screen, and we've been doing a review of these 7 habits in these first few weeks of school. We will be focusing on these habits throughout the school year, and the language is absolutely encouraged at home and within our homes community to get the students really thinking about how to be a leader. For our social emotional learning, we also follow the second step curriculum. Our second step curriculum includes bullying prevention, skills for learning, empathy. We follow Aaron's Law, emotional management, and problem solving. We team teach with other teachers throughout the school and during these second step lessons, which gives the students an opportunity to learn to meet other teachers during this time.
How can you support your child? This is a big year for promoting independence, giving them a job, making sure they're responsible for their backpack. Maybe they could be in charge of getting their snack or lunch together. Obviously, that's all up to you, but anything that they can do on their own really helps them emotionally and socially. Read emails and newsletters from us, from your child's teacher. We will try not to bombard you, but when we do send something, we really appreciate it if you get a chance to read it. Check your child's folder daily and help it keep it organized. Provide a quiet space for your child to do his or her homework. Our primary homework is reading for 20 minutes per night, and then math practice, which will be coming in a little bit, which is in the form of what we call rocket math. There may be some projects later in the year, but that's the extent of our homework. Please, please, please continue to read aloud with your child and to your child. Keep screen time to a minimum and talk to your child. Send your child with a full belly, water bottle, and a snack. And of course, fresh fruits and vegetables as much as possible will be good for them and help us with all of the different ingredient list reading.
So the next couple of slides are from Nurse G. It is really important that we are keeping all of our students and staff safe. So there are certain rules that we have to have in order to make sure that is the case. Like Ms. Moore just said, If you can send fresh fruit or fresh vegetables, that is preferred. But if not, we need to see the ingredient label of what you're sending with your child if it does not come in its original packaging. And the reason for that is so that we can make sure that there are no nut products, or that the snack is manufactured in a facility that also produces things with nuts. So you can see there are so many different things that have nuts in them. So if you can just partner with us to make sure your child is eating things that do not contain any nuts. Nurse G would like you to send in medications. She needs an authorized doctor's note. And also, this is just a reminder about physical eye exams and dental exams. Again, if you have any questions at all, please email your child's homeroom teacher. We hope you will have a wonderful year. I know we are all very excited to be back in school. And just so you know, you have an awesome team that you are working with. And as you know, second grade rocks. Thank you so much.
Woo-hoo!